Hi there, we're going to talk you now through how to create a landlord gas safety record in Anton Sprint Mobile. This is equally applicable in both the iOS or Apple version and also the Android version. Okay, so first thing you need to do is click on the Customers tab in the middle. I've already created some reports here, some flue gas reports for this customer. Obviously, you would normally need to do that. You take your flue integrity test. You do your, I'm talking about a high efficiency boiler here, so a low fire and a high fire. But you can also add let by and tightness test if you've done one with your analyzer, so you can incorporate that. Operating or working pressure, gas rate. So let's get into the detail of it. So I'm going to click on the reports button at the top right, and then I've got my list of reports here. Now, because I've just done the job, if you like, it's the top 4 reports here that I can choose. So I can go and click on those 4 buttons, sorry. So the 3 flue gas analysis reports and the gas rate. Let's just undo those for a second. If you go into the filter button, which is in the middle of the blue bar at the bottom there, you have got lots of choices. So GSR, gas safety record group, you can click that and it will only then list the flue gas analysis, gas rates, let by tightness, operating pressure and working pressure. So in other words, on visual inspections. So those are the reports that could provide data and populate the landlord gas safety record, just to show you that as a nice feature. So I'm going to click OK. So there they are, they're still at the top of the list. Choose the 4 I want. And then the options button, bottom right, 3 little dots there. I'm going to click on that, and then I can choose the type of report I want to fill out here. So there's lots of other reports in here. I'm going to show you the landlord gas safety record because it's probably the most popular one on here, but there's warning notices, service maintenance records, commissioning sheets, advice notices, all those sorts of things as well. So let's get into the details. So again, this is a landlord. I'm this fictitious landlord we're working on here, so I'm going to select the landlord option. There's only one appliance. Obviously, if you link reports for more than one appliance, or maybe the cooker or whatever else is in the property, you'd have 2 tabs at the top and you'd have 2 lots of data to fill in. But I'm going to just go through. So because we've linked it to that property, it's already taken in the fact the location, the appliance type, the make and model of the unit. It's a high efficiency boiler. It's a room sealed flue. So it's just literally like you do when you're filling out your traditional landlord gas safety record, or Cp12 some people call it. You're going through and you're doing the tick box exercise. So yes, the appliance is inspected. Yes, it's a landlord's appliance. Because I've linked it to a gas rate that I've created within Sprint Mobile, it's automatically put that gas rate information in. Operating pressure, you can either manually type it in, or if you've taken an operating pressure, you can click on the Analyser button there, and it will basically take it in from the report that you've created. Safety devices, correct operation, yes. I'm just going to rattle through these. You're used to filling out a landlord safety test, so light serviced, yes. Safety is yes. I haven't produced a warning notice. So flue integrity test, if I click on the Analyser icon, I can choose here which one is my flue integrity test, and it's obvious from the list because it's the one with 20.9 oxygen, so that's nice clean fresh air. Because I'm talking about HE appliances, I can kind of ignore the initial and final. That's more if you've got an older style standard efficiency appliance. I'm going to choose the low fire ratio, and that is the one with 9.6, and then I'm going to choose the high fire, and that's the one with 9.1 on the CO2s. Again, I haven't, sorry, yeah, same thing. I can add that. I haven't actually taken a pressure reading when I was doing these, but if you did, those would be filled in there as well. Serial alarm fitted, no in this property, so not applicable. Yes, they got smoke heat alarms, and yes, they are tested and working. Any faults and notes I can add in here, or any remedial work, and then that would appear on the list. So there you go. Just put some text in there for the sake of it, really. Same with the remedial work, you can do the same. Okay, then you've got the final page to finish this off. This was emergency control accessible and passed. Tightness test. If you've done a tightness test and you've linked it from those reports at the start, it would automatically pass or fail that there, depending whether it was a passed or failed test, but let's say it passed. Similarly, let's just tick these off. Next inspection's due a year from today, and here you can either schedule yes or no whether you want to put that into your calendar to remind you to get in touch with this customer to book another appointment to do the annual service next year. I'll leave that a no, and then again we can, there you go, add a bit of text if you want to for your engineer's notes. Click finish, and now actually I'll just take that filter off. All okay. Now at the top of the list we've got the Cp12, as we're calling it, landlord certificate. So if I click on that, there you are. I'll show you what it looks like. So all of your flue gas readings are in here. Obviously all of your site data, your data, the customer data, and then obviously if you had more than one appliance, you can have up to 5, just like a normal report. That all goes in here with all your readings and what have you. It's been pre-signed by, and any notes that you've made on the appliance, there you go, there they appear. And equally on the second page, your engineer's notes. So you can see you can get quite a lot of text in there should you choose to. This one's been pre-signed by me, and then gas use not present on that particular one. But again, if you want them to, you can get the customer to sign these reports. Once you've got that there, you can then click on that, click email, and send it on to your customer. Hopefully that's useful. Many thanks for your time.